The iBuumerang culture is one that is continuing to develop. You know, what we didn't want to do is we didn't want to come in and say, here's our culture and define the culture. What we did is we actually built our business and announced the opening of our company. And what we found is that like-minded people were attracted first. We didn't build with paying people. We didn't fly anybody in. We didn't do any checks in advance or here's some bonuses here, or we're going to throw you above this leg and put you above other people. It's not going to happen. It doesn't happen in iBuumerang. I've seen it happen so many different times. And the people who had the gumption to build the company and the faith to build it when it was nothing, and they stood there with you and they took all of the challenges that the company had in the early stages and they stayed with you. And then you had people who didn't even have the nerve or the courage to join at that time come knocking on the door saying, hey, I'm ready now. Can you put me in a spot? Can you find me a spot above the people who had the courage to build it in the beginning? And I watch leaders and I watch owners do it. And I can tell you this, it turns my stomach. And I know this may not be popular, but it doesn't care. I don't care. I'm not a politician. I'm not here to win friends. I'm just here to be different, just different. And here at iBuumerang, I got a spot for them. And we've had them come now, and they say, hey, what kind of spot do you have for me? Man, we've got a great spot for you, right at the bottom of the leg, just like everybody else did. But because the culture has been so great, many of them say, you know what? I respect that. I respect that. And they've come in and they've built the business. And so it's a culture of freedom. It's a culture of being able to express. It's a culture of what we call we've got the it factor going on here. Integrity and transparency. It's our it factor. So when people say, iBuumerang's got that it factor, we communicate with our leaders. We have a 12 o'clock philosophy. Here's how that 12 o'clock philosophy works. If you take a look at a clock and you look at the hours, see between hours 12 and 3, we want to know what the issues are between 12 and 3. And so as a CEO, all of my executives know there's no issue that's going to take place that could harm the company that I don't know about before 3 o'clock. And what we do with my executives, we put a think tank together and we come up with the solution. Why? So that we can deliver what that challenge is with the possible solution to our ambassadors and leaders before 6 o'clock. Because see, when you get to the 9 o'clock hour or you get to the 12 o'clock hour, those challenges have festered and become sometimes so large that you can't contain them anymore. And so we tell the good, the bad, and the ugly to all of our leaders. Why? Because the culture here is, I don't own the company. I'm really just a steward. I think when you have something so special and so big that you really believe is going to change the world, why own it? Why bring it down to be so small and say, I own that? When I look at iBuumerang and I look at how big it is, it's too good to own. I share it. I'm the steward. I embrace it and I protect it. And so that's the culture that we have here.